We continue on with the McNeese Cowgirls and Coach Casey Cryer looking at their schedule from last season. 12-18 overall, 8-10 in the Southland, and you're returning some nice talent. Coach Cryer, first of all, I want to talk to you about your offseason. Very productive. I know that one of the things you wanted to concentrate on was really building that chemistry, not just on the hardwood, but off the hardwood, because you know that if you have that chemistry on and off the hardwood, it creates magic. Talk about what you all did.
Yeah, no question. We have 8 new players.
First of all, you had a costly error earlier on in the game and some defensive mistakes. How do you prevent them going forward?
Well, we just got to make those plays. You know, Ryan Feltner's given us a great outing on the mound. We need to support him with our defense. That error in the second inning allowed them to get 2 unearned runs. Fortunately, we got a big hit right there in the top of the fourth, so we got a 2-run bomb. We got it tied up right here, and we got to continue to play good baseball and clean up a little bit of that infield defense.
Absolutely, and talk about that home run from Connor Pohl. I know that you speak highly of him. What does he bring to the table, and how much momentum does that give you guys going forward in today's game?
Well, he's a talented young man. He's a big left-handed hitter, and he's obviously made a couple really good plays on defense also as well. So a complete player. We're really excited about him and his future, and you know, more than anything, just we still got a lot of baseball here to play.
Well, thank you. And like you just said, the last matchup these Mountaineers had versus Arkansas State, it was the Bailey Plummer show. But it's not really what she does on the hardwood that's so special to Coach Elderkin. She said that it's what she brings to the locker room. She brings a different type of energy. She really rallies the players together, and she makes sure that they're always utilizing their strengths to the best of their abilities, and they're going out there on the hardwood and dominating. And they said if she can be the Bailey Plummer that they know she can be, these Mountaineers are going to be a force to be reckoned with today, guys.
Here's Carley McCord is standing by with Coach Fox.
Coach, you said coming into this matchup that your team needed to play with a tournament mentality, and they did exactly that. Talk about the team's effort.
Well, we played really well. You know, we guarded well, and we did all those things we got to do to win in a tournament game, and that's something that we were talking to our guys a lot about. We shared the ball, you know, we shot it well, and we really guarded, so I'm proud of our guys today.
O'Shawn Williams showed up and showed out, but the team really rallied behind him. How much easier does that make it for you as a coach when they play with that chemistry?
Well, these guys really like each other, and so getting them to do that is important. But O'Shawn's an energy guy, and sometimes he gets down on himself, but he didn't today. He was really good. What's your message heading into the next matchup to your team? Oh, we can't be satisfied. We got to keep playing. We got a really good team ahead of us, and we're looking forward, though. We're going to be here Friday. Coach, thank you. Thank you very much.
That's right, Lynn and Renee. Is it Coach Selfo or is it Chef Selfo? Whatever you want to call them, both are accurate names because, like you just said, in his free time, he likes to cook, and specifically Italian. But not only does he like to cook, he likes to go into restaurants, Italian restaurants at that, and try different meatballs and try their food. And he likes to hopefully go back in the kitchen and get in on all the action back there and try it out and talk to the chefs about what they do. And he has a very specific flavor of what he likes in his Italian food. And one of his favorites is from Messina's in New Orleans. And guys, we got to try some of these pregame, and I come from an Italian background as well. My mom's maiden name is Collada, and I tried the spaghetti and meatballs prior to kickoff, and it was absolutely incredible. So I have to agree with either Coach Selfo or Chef Selfo on his opinion here, because it was absolutely amazing to eat, and I want to try Coach Selfo's meatballs and spaghetti one day soon. Hopefully we all can. Maybe he can cook for us one day next time that we come here to Hammond to do one of his games. Well, welcome back to Houston, Texas, where we continue on with the Southland Conference Basketball Media Day, joined by UNO's men's coach, Mark Schlesinger. Well, it's always a pleasure to talk to you because you've got so much success. Let's talk about your season last year, 16-17 overall, 11-7 in the Southland. And we were talking off camera about how you're returning some really good players this year. You're expecting a more up-tempo pace as your whole backcourt is coming back. Talk about their contribution that you plan for them to make.
Well, it's been incredible for us to see the progression of our program since taking over. Coach.
First of all, Coach, congratulations on such an outstanding win. But I know New Orleans has a lot of festivals, but I don't think they were expecting the three-pointer festival to be here today. What was it that was working so well for you all beyond the arc?
We just moved the basketball. I mean, I know at halftime we had 16 made field goals, and we had 12 assists. You know, everybody's touching the ball. We're playing inside out, and when we get it going like that, we're a pretty good basketball team.
At the end of the day, it was your freshman, Antoinette Lewis, who came out on top as the standout player. and she's such a young talent. Is it just incredible for you to watch her, or do you expect that from her?
Well, she's got high expectations of herself, and so we do as well. And she's just getting better every day. She's just really turned the corner, I would say, our last 9 ball games, and bright future ahead for her.
Lots of efficiency on both sides of the ball today. What's the biggest takeaway, though, that you apply to your next matchup versus Troy?
It's rebounding the basketball. I mean, that's what they do. We're going to have to get out and really rebound the ball against them. Can't give them second and third chance opportunities. And if we can do that, this is going to be a ball game.
You always talk about your team and how they're a collaborative effort, and they all support each other and play 40 minutes of basketball. And I know that is one thing that you've been so impressed with all season long, but how impressed are you today?
Today was how we played early in the year, and so it's good to see that back. We had our struggles in the middle of conference play. It's just great to see us come back and play the way we're capable of playing for each other, and just all out great energy.
Coach, thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Such a great season that you guys are coming off of, and it was the 50th season, and also it was the second straight time for you all to advance into the Southland Conference Tournament. How do you all plan to build off of that success this year?
Well, I guess in some aspects more of the same. But
thank you, Lynn. Well, McNeese may have the upper hand in this series, 24-19 overall, but in the past 6 matchups, Southeastern has gotten 4 of those wins. Also in the past 4 matchups between these two teams, they have all been decided by the home team. McNeese has not won here in Hammond since 2010. Coach Lance Guidry knows that there is a lot on the line today. It presents a huge challenge for this program, and he said the biggest thing is that they need to come in here and play their best football, because one of their weaknesses is that they haven't done that on the road so far. And he knows that this is not going to be easy, and the biggest motivation they have is to come in as the hunter and not the hunted. Len?
Well, the Cowboys have suffered only 1 loss.
That's right, Coach. You guys had a 9-point lead coming out of the half. In the third quarter, Arkansas State made it close for you all, but you responded in the fourth quarter. What was the difference there?
I think it was just the team's energy and communication. During every timeout, we kept just saying, we got to stay together. We knew they were going to make runs, but we couldn't freak out and we couldn't panic. I think we played a lot of games this year where we freaked out and panicked, and I just saw an extremely huge growth moment from our basketball team.
Bailey Plummer, outstanding day for her. What was it specifically that worked so well for her, and how do you apply it versus Little Rock in the next matchup?
She played 40 minutes, and that's unbelievable for a post player, but I think she imposed her will. She rallied around her teammates. She was dominant in the paint. She rebounded the ball well, and she was just relentless. We just got to keep the energy in that locker room. And not just Bailey Plummer, LaPrisha, she stepped up as well. LaPrisha Stanley, talk about the team playing together and collaborating when it mattered the most. One thing I have to say about Pri that will never show up in a stat sheet, we call that timeout, and we put her on Star Taylor because Tierra was getting tired, and I thought that was just the difference in the game, and she just refused to quit. She wanted this one, and we got 1 down.
Coach, congratulations. Go enjoy this win, and good luck in your next matchup.
Thank you.
Coach, congratulations on the win. You expect your guys to come in here who are starters to make an impact, but it was your non-starters who really made a difference as well. Talk about the collaborative team effort.
Well, we've got a good group. Justin Miller started 30 to 33 games last year. He hasn't started any this year. He gave us a boost in the first half. Cedric Russell's a really good player, came off the bench, made baskets for us, so it was a good team effort.
And you mentioned Justin Miller. I know that you have the privilege of being his coach, and you could probably say a lot of great things about him, but can you try to say a few more right now?
Well, he's a great young man. He's from Kentucky. He loves basketball. That's what I love about him. He's continued to fight and get better. He's got a bright future.
A lot of your fans came over here, traveled to cheer you guys on today and for the rest of the week. And what does it mean for you as a coach to sit there and see those fans and put on this dominant performance in the state where your university resides?
Well, it's certainly important that we played well today, and we've got a great fan base. They've been with us all year. We're going to need them the rest of the weekend.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Houston, Texas at the Toyota Center, where we continue Southland Conference Basketball Media Day, and Sam Houston State's men's basketball coach Jason Hooten. Let's go ahead and look at your season. 21-15 overall, 12-6 in the Southland. You guys had an outstanding season, coming off of 20-plus wins, also advancing to the semifinals of the 2018 CIT tournament. That's where I want to start with you today, Coach Hooten. When you come off of a season like that, I know that your guys are hyped up. You want to repeat. What's been your approach this offseason in order to do so?
I think the same.
Coach, you said coming into this matchup that Antoinette Lewis, she anchors you all defensively, but she's had a great offensive start. What's working for her specifically?
Yeah, we're just getting the ball in. High-low is working for us really well. And we've got them spaced out because China Ellis can shoot the three out there, so there's a lot of room for her to operate inside.
You talk about shooting the three. You all have been great from beyond the arc today and great overall shooting. What's the efficiency on offense there?
It's just moving the basketball. If you watch our team, everybody touches the ball. We move it really well, and we do a great job of finding an open player.
Coach, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Coach, you said one of the biggest keys to this game was that Chase Fourcade had to play consistent. He's been pretty consistent so far. What does he need to do to maintain that consistency?
Well, we got to protect the football. A couple of times we lost it here at the end. We threw a pick and it got overturned, so we got to make sure we don't turn it over. On the flip side of that, I thought our defense was pretty good early on getting those turnovers and helping us out with the shutout.
You know that this game is far from over. Right. You know what Frank Selfo brings to the table. Right. How do you make sure your guys stay confident and poised in the locker room coming out?
The message is going to be, as always, in halftime is 0-0. Our guys know that. We've been here the last couple of weeks. I think they're going to approach it the right way.
Coach, thank you.
All right, thanks.